Walking through these gates is like stepping into the future. But for those of us living with a hidden disability, the future can sometimes feel incredibly overwhelming. We aren't talking about wheelchairs or physical bandages today. We are talking about the challenges you can't see: sensory overload, chronic pain, anxiety, or neurodiversity. I am suffering from chronic pain, but a lot of friends of mine are on the spectrum, so I will take you guys with me to the Kennedy Space Center and we will have a look on how inclusive this center is. Today, I am taking you on a deep dive into the Kennedy Space Center to see if it truly lives up to its promise of accessibility. From the moment you try to get a disability pass to the high sensory environment of the Atlantis exhibit, we are going to cover it all. I will show you the life-saving hacks the park offers, but I am also going to be brutally honest about the moments where the stuff fell short. Because even in a place built on a rocket science, human empathy is what matters most. Let's head to the front of the park and start at square one. The very first thing you need to do when you arrive is head straight to guest services. You do not need a visible mobility aid to ask for help. I walked up and asked for a disability pass, and it is a game changer. When you have this pass, you can show it to the cast members at various attractions. Its primary purpose is to help you avoid standing in a long, stagnant line for an extended period of time, which is essential if you are struggling with sensory processing or physical stamina, or like me, when you are in chronic pain. It's a simple piece of paper, but it is your golden ticket to a much more manageable day. Remember, you are your own best advocate. Don't be afraid to explain your specific needs to the representative behind the desk. Next up is the bus tour, which is the only way to see the massive Saturn V rocket. This can be a high-stress area because of the crowds. When you get to the boarding area, make sure to let the bus driver know if you need any extra help. Whether it's help boarding the vehicle or finding a seat that feels safe for you, the drivers are there to assist. You just have to speak up before the doors close. And before entering the line, show the cast members your pass and they will make sure to give you a way so you don't need to stand in the line. Once you arrive at the Apollo Saturn V Center, keep an eye out for the theater entrance. If you see a long flight of stairs and know your body can't handle it, look for a cast member and ask for the lift. The front row of the theater is always reserved for people who cannot climb the stairs, ensuring you don't miss a second of the historic footage. And they even have the screens just in front of you so you can see everything without looking up the whole time. I find it pretty convenient. Next is the Space Shuttle Atlantis exhibit, and it's breathtaking. But it's also a massive multiple level building. Now, the main way up is a long winding ramp. It's fully accessible for wheelchairs, but if walking that distance is too much for your energy level, there is an elevator available, just ask for it. One thing I truly appreciate about the Kennedy Space Center is their commitment to the certified Autism Center status. At the entrance of every exhibition, you will find a sign that helps you prepare for the environment inside. These signs weigh the sensory impact on a scale, letting you know if there will be loud noises, dark rooms, or flashing lights. It allows you to put on your noise-canceling headphones, for an example, which my friend is using all the time, or take a deep breath before the sensory input hits. Now, let's talk about the boring stuff that can actually ruin your trip if you are not prepared for it. First, KSC is a cashless environment. If you only brought paper money, don't panic. There are machines throughout the park where you can convert your US dollars into cash cards. When it comes to food, navigating allergies can be terrifying. In the dining areas, you can always ask for a full menu that shows every single ingredient. This is a vital thing for those of us with severe sensitivities or allergies. And if you want to do some shopping, the good news is that the gift shops are designed with wide aisles. They are large enough for wheelchairs and mobility scooters to turn around easily, so you don't feel trapped in a crowded corner while looking for that perfect souvenir. If the heat or the noise gets you too much, there is a resource many people walk right past. Located right behind the bus stop is the first aid station. And don't be ashamed, use it. I use it because I was in crucial pain and they were lovely. They helped me out. But even if you are just overstimulated, you can always go there and sit down and have a few moments for yourself. This is not just for major injuries. It is a quiet, air-conditioned space that is completely free to use. And they will provide you, especially when it's getting hot and you are started to get dehydrated, they will provide you, for an example, with a Gatorade. If you need a bandage for a blister or even some basic painkillers for a headache, they will provide them to you at no cost. It's a great spot to just sit for 10 minutes and reset your system if you are feeling a sensory meltdown coming on, or when you're like me in a crucial pain environment and just need some painkillers and some icing. Now, I have to be real with you. Even with all these systems in place, the experience isn't always perfect. During my visit, I discovered a major downside. Not every cast member is trained well on hidden disabilities. Compared to Universal, it was actually a nightmare because I needed to explain myself a lot of times. I had a few really bad experiences where the staff was dismissive or simply didn't understand how to handle my request. It's frustrating. I can understand. It can make you want to walk out of the park and never come back. But I want to give you a piece of advice. Never ever leave in frustration. I went back to guest services and shared exactly what had happened to me. I explained the lack of training I encountered and how it affected my day. Because I spoke up, they took the incidents really seriously. They actually provided me with free tickets for November so I can return and see the improvement they've promised to make to the staff training. By giving them the feedback, we are helping the park to grow. This is the same method I am using every time at Universal. I'm just going to guest services and give them a feedback. You can walk there and give them a positive feedback. It's really appreciated by them. I was like, I like it that you have really healthy food options here. And they will make a note So even the good things are helping them out. But also if you find a fault in the system, let them know. Otherwise, they are not able to change it. And it's not only you. If you are experiences this, everyone else with the same disability will experience a similar incident. So it's important that you find the courage, stand up, and just talk about it. But please, I know it can be really frustrating and you are maybe really in anger. Take a breath. It's never the fault of the person you are talking to. When you are experiences 5 wrong cast member experience and then go to guest services, it is not the fault of that employee. Keep that in mind. Take a deep breath and just explain yourself. The Kennedy Space Center is a place where we celebrate reaching for the impossible. And while they have some work to do on the ground to make every guest feel seen, the resources are there if you know where to look. Pack your headphones if you need them. Get your disability pass. It really helps if you have your IAC with you. I explained in a video before how to set it up. So it's a legit proof that you need help. It's easy to set up. And get your disability pass at the start of the day. And don't be afraid to head to first aid if you need a break. Most importantly, remember that your voice matters. If a staff member fails you, go to guest services and tell them. We are paving the way for the next person who visits. I'll be back at Kennedy Space Center in November to hold them to the work. So make sure you are subscribed to see that updates. I will take you guys with me. Until then, keep exploring and have a wonderful day.